It's Wild941, wild941.com, Joey Franchize, Poppy Shampoo. Let me tell you, this guy I got with me right here. It's very rare when I, get ready for an interview and I have an artist tell me that they're in the car waiting to do this interview. So my man Cheeks Bossman is in the building. What's up, bro?
What's going on? You know who it is, Cheeks Bossman, the king of Tampa in the building.
You know it, man. You got a fire record out right now called No More Flexing, dude. Yo, what's it like? I know you're originally from Tampa. Yeah. You made that move in Miami. You running with Future, with Zoe Dollars.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel like you had to, step away from the city for a little bit to kind of get your situation right?
Yeah, I did, actually, because I've been doing my thing in the city for a while now. So when I was looking at everything, looked at everybody that did their thing in the city, never really left the city to go do anything. So I started going to like Orlando at first. That's where I really made my name. And I went to Orlando, rocking the clubs up there. And then I met Zoe. And when I did that, he told me, like, come to Miami, I got you. And then I kind of like made the move down there. And ever since then, we just been rocking, just been going up, going everywhere.
And you've been going up in the city, man. You actually had a record a couple years ago called Wildest.
Yeah.
What were some of them influences, man, that kind of got you into the game in the first place?
Actually into music, it was my homeboys when I was in college at Jacksonville. My dog D Jones and Bill, they was doing music already, and I was just used to freestyle and take it as a joke or whatever. They was like, "Man, you nice, you should do music." I'm like, "Nah." And I started doing freestyles and like sending it to my brothers, and they was like, "Damn, you straight." And then I kept going, and they just got behind me, and we just went full throttle with it, really. So it's really like my homeboys and my brothers really that got me going doing the music thing.
That's cool. What were some of them influences, man, when you were coming up?
We always had a flashy life. We always had money, the cars, going out, clubbing, popping bottles, doing all that. So I just really rap about my lifestyle. And then some of my brothers, they was all in the street and stuff. So some of that influence too. And I talk about that what my brothers did and stuff, little things I used to do in school and all that.
Right.
So basically just my lifestyle and everything I do, really.
That's fire. And being around like Zoe and Zoe's a spitter too. So it's like, how much of that kind of rubbed off on you, like just being around him in the studio and seeing his work ethic?
Man, a lot, man. He's so talented, like it's crazy. He's so underrated, and it's not even saying that just because he opened the way for me or he like my brother or whatever. But just like being in the studio, I learned a lot from like the way he goes about like what he's gonna talk about or how he about to hop on the beat. Just looking at him and just the creative aspect of how he comes or how he lays his verses down is just like, damn. So I used to just sit back and learn, and I ask him like, yo, what you think about this? And he'd be like, switch this, say this, or do it like this, or just give me some little pointers on how to do things. And I learned a lot from him, like being in the studio with him, and then like, being in the studio with like Thug and Future, just like listening to other people, how they record and how things go. It's just like, all right, there's a lot more ways you could do it than just going in the studio and just writing rhymes, So I learned a lot from being around him. Really.
That's real. Yo, we got Cheeks Bossman right now. Wild941. It's wild941.com with Joey Franchize. And you're hanging around Future. Have you gotten any advice from some of these guys? You say you've been in the studio with Thug. Obviously been around Zoe and like Future and those guys. Like, what are some of the things like they kind of like some gems that they bless you with as far as like
basically they just tell you
music?
It take time. You got to keep grinding. You got to make sure you lock your city down. Do like go hard for your city where you from, around you, and then just basically just keep working, and it's always get harder. Like when it's time for you to pop, it's gonna always get harder. So you just got to keep going because that's the time that people really give up. Like, man, this ain't working, lose hope or whatever. So basically just keep grinding no matter what, and just always drop music and just stay focused on what you're doing, really.
And you actually live through that because I see you in the club all the time, and it's just like automatic when we know that No More Flexing is a hot record and obviously buzzing. Like we see the reaction and you know what I mean when we rocking that in the club and shit. So I mean, putting that extra work and being seen and on the you're definitely doing it right there, dog. Like that's exactly how it's supposed to be done, dog. And it's like it's like a 24/7 grind mode for you. So I respect
definitely
that.
Appreciate
now you getting ready for to drop a mixtape. Now I just saw you had a post. Are you getting ready to drop it this month?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to drop it right now. I'm on the internet trying to get the comments up, see if everybody ready for it. I'm still putting it together though. Need a couple more features and stuff like that. So still putting in the work and got my brother going over everything. Then he gonna let me know when it's time. Yeah, we gonna
shout
put
out
the
Cheddar,
button on
man.
it. Yeah, Cheddar, my brother Cheddar in the building. He always with me forever.
And what are some advice you would give? Tampa's a big market. And I think since I moved down here, I've never, met so many artists. Everybody has a talent, but like what,
facts.
What advice do you have for, for people in the city that are trying to, make their come up? And because here's the thing, I always try to tell new cats, it's like, look, words of advice, don't chase radio, let the radio chase you.
Facts.
Here's the thing, your record's popping off of the buzz that it has right now. Just viral video, you know what I'm saying, and just loving the club.
Yeah.
So what do you got as far as?
Well, I just tell them because a lot of artists from Tampa just get stuck in Tampa thinking like, oh, I gotta pop in Tampa to go everywhere else, but now you got to get out of Tampa because once you leak yourself everywhere around Tampa, it's gonna be, you're gonna just flourish. The city gonna actually jump on the bandwagon even more. So like if you go to just even Lakeland, Ocala, just other little markets, just let them get your name and they start seeing you being booked over there. Tampa's gonna get that recognition. Like, who is this? He from our city. They're gonna get behind you. Just basically how they doing me right now. I had to really go to Miami for like almost a year to like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And get buzzed down there, and they started seeing me all over the world and everywhere. They like, oh, he from my city, yeah, Tampa. You know what I'm saying? That's Tampa going hard. He putting on for Tampa. So all I'm gonna say is just, always keep working, keep grinding, of course, and then you got to lead the city. You can't just be stuck in the city thinking, the city. You always got to lead the city no matter what.
No, I respect that, man, and I want to talk about also like your loyalty, man, like not only to your crew but to the people that you're around. And I know there was an incident that happened that, the video leaked a couple weeks ago with the whole Bow Wow situation. Yeah. Can you break that down a little bit more? Like what was said? I know there was a whole thing that he was talking, some shit about Future apparently on Twitter.
He was talking crazy on Twitter. He just had talked crazy on Twitter, and basically I just ain't like it. And that's really just all what happened. And then, I seen him, and I just seen him at the show, the Jay-Z concert or whatever, and the situation just went down. Everybody like, oh, you snuck him. I'm like, bro, it's 1 on 5, so it really don't matter what y'all say. It wasn't like.
And you a tall dude.
Yeah, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I went there with 30 people looking for Lil Bow Wow. It was just me by myself, so it was like, whatever.
That's the thing. And do you feel any type of way? Like, he kind of like, he kind of gives his side of the story in different interviews, but really doesn't go in depth about it?
Yeah, he said what he said. Oh, it wasn't a punch. It was a shoulder charge. It didn't happen like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I wasn't really trying to, I didn't really put the video out. So I really didn't care too much about it, because if I wanted to put the video, I would put it out right then. Right. But when it came out, it's like, it's already out. You can see who it was. They already put my name in it. So it's like, I just went along with it or whatever.
Now, did it get you tight that made people thought, like, or he's mentioning it, saying that it was like a stunt move to kind of boost your clout or whatever the case was? Like, because it's like you're not, I see you around. It's not like you're glorifying the situation.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm trying to say. So, but people say I'm clout chasing. I just let it. People gonna talk no matter what. He got his fans that's gonna say, saying F me or whatever, and I got my people that's gonna be like, it is what it is. So it's like when he does say, oh, I'm doing it for clout chasing, it's like whatever. Because if I was doing it for clout chasing, I'd still be trolling the internet. It'd been F Bow Wow every day like everybody else doing it, trolling the internet. But it wasn't really about that. The video just got leaked, and then I just went along with it more so. And for him to just be, for whatever he's saying, it's just like, all right, whatever. It's really not no beef. It's not like, oh, I'm looking for Bow Wow. Right. Like, oh, when I come here, it's on site or whatever. It's just
you just address the situation at that time. Yeah, just at that time, ago.
And it is what it is after that. So that's why I'm really not talking about it no more, because it's not like nothing that I'm really thinking about. So.
And it's about no more flexing right now, man. Doing
no more
numbers.
Flexing, going up, man. We trying to go worldwide, global with this thing. No more flexing.
You get any labels? Are we talking any labels? What's going on?
Yeah, it's coming soon though. I got Dizzy, Zoe's manager.
Dizzy's my guy. Yeah,
he working with me, so he trying to get everything situated right now. So we just still trying to get them numbers up. Once the numbers go up, they start calling. That's when we start playing.
And you got a new one. You actually just sent me yesterday. Tell me about that one.
Yeah. Oh,
I heard that in the club last night.
Talk. No, that's actually older.
I like that one. You looked at me like, yo.
Yeah. Listen, that's actually older. I dropped that last year, 17. I dropped the video and everything, and but it caught a buzz a little bit, but it never went past Wardy. So we really didn't put no gas to it. Yeah, we ain't really put nothing to it, and we just did. When I dropped that No More Flexing, everybody was like, listen, forget everything. Every record you ever did, this the one right here. So that's why we just.
That's good. Now No More Flexing will be on Kung Pao, right?
No More Flexing will be on Kung Pao, yes. Okay. Definitely will be on Kung Pao.
No doubt. And we're just waiting on these comments to just
we're just waiting.
Get everybody ready.
I need 500 comments, man, so I could drop this mistake so Cheddar could get off my ass, man.
Yo, let everybody know where they can follow you, fam.
Man, on Instagram is Cheeks Bossman _GMG. Twitter is Cheeks Bossman. You know we're gonna keep going up. No more flexing. King of Tampa in the building.
My man, Cheeks Bossman.
GMG. Shout out my jeweler Neil too, man. Keep me froze up, man. We always get the ice, man.
Like,
gotta go to Neil, King of Diamonds, man.
Plug, bro.
I mean, Golden Diamond Tampa, man. So we gotta. I gotta shout him out because frees me up, man. We spent a lot of money with that guy, man.
Respect. It's Wild 94.1, man. Cheeks, appreciate you, fam.
Man, appreciate y'all for having me, man. Joey.
Hey.